Oh, we'd be seeing a freaking Alibaba, Alladin versus Hakuryuu and Judal fight right now, Magi. I gotta say, this whole little invasion of like little Hakuryuu's palace and shit like that, I'm getting mad excited because we see from the start of this chapter, you know, Cohen's like, fuck, what am I supposed to do? And it's very interesting. This like probably like the most that we've got more of the opinion of like his whole entire empire and all that. Like, you know, we get to see like, you know, his brothers, you know, like Koha, Akame, they're like say like voicing their opinions, saying, you know, well, he is, you know, part of the lineage as well, and saying, you know, he is kind of right of the world, but it's the same thing. It's like Cohen isn't gonna put up with this shit. He's like saying, you know, no, we are getting our country back, and he's like, yo, where the fuck is Alladin alibaba? Because we said we was gonna go there to Balbad, and we was going to chill and all that, and surprisingly enough, and all that, when they made the decision, all that. Aladdin and like Alibaba were already on their way. Like he was like full Djinn equipped and all that, going straight all the way to Balbad, and like went all the way to, you know, go to fight, you know, fight Hakuryuu at their place. And I'm like, wait a minute, why is Morgiana left behind? Like Morgiana of all people, like, I mean, we know that Hakuryuu said like, oh, I'm gonna kill her this like in a second I see it, but it's the same thing with like Aladdin, and you know, same thing with Alibaba. And I'm thinking like, well, she has a kind of a bit of a say in this whole like matter and all that. Since, you know, she was the one that was proposed to by Hakuryuu, so it kind of felt like, you know, she doesn't give a fuck, or like she's not important enough to like be part of the men can like get on the side, which kind of irks me a bit. I was like, like come on. I feel like Morgiana should be in this whole fight as well. And not to mention when we see like the whole giant isolation barrier is still up there, I was like, shit, they're making sure that no one could do any damage to Hakuryuu at all. And it was like, Judal just appears and he's like, oh yeah, sup, you little chibbit. like he's like, oh, sup, you little shrimp, like that. He's like just making fun of him, making like mad fucking shit at him. And he's like, yo, we're going down there. And he's like, oh, let me just deactivate it then. It's like, you just happily deactivate it for like Alibaba and Aladdin. He's like, you can come in and all that. It's like, but the whole reason why he has that is so like no one can like use their Djinn. So if Cohen came in there, because that kind of shows a little bit of Hakuryuu, like he's like a little bit weak because he knows like if he actually had a full Djinn invasion of like Sinbad or something, it's kind of like showing that he can't take it. But as long as he's got this giant isolation barrier, which Aladdin just easily exposed to saying, you know, as long as we destroy some of these power cores, we're kind of good and all that. Let's destroy 7 of them and we're okay, because it's like 60 parts of it, and it's like, okay, we'll just destroy that. And like Judal's like, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. Like that. Just don't fuck with it. And it was just so awesome at the end. You seeing like freaking Hakuryuu there, just in his chair, just like, you know, he's like, yo, what's up? Like that. He's just like this big almighty fucking emperor. And he's like, yeah, I'm fucking the king of the world right now. You're gonna stop me? Like that? That's just like, that looked awesome and all that. Saying, you know, it's been a long time indeed, Alibaba. Like, this fight, it could go very much either way and all that. It's like, one, like, Alibaba's no joke when it comes to, you know, his sword play and all that. He can easily do that, so he don't need his magic for that. But against Hakuryuu as well, who, yeah, this could be a problem. And not to mention as well, like, if it does roll down to that, if they're going to use the isolation barrier and all that, it's going to end up between Alibaba and Hakuryuu having the sword fight, and pretty much Aladdin and Judal are just going to have to stand there. That, like, there's 2 ways that this fight can go down, honestly. It's either they take it down and they go full out, you know, Djinns, mad fucking shit going out. Because we still need to see one of, like, Hakuryuu's Djinns. That's one thing we need to still see. Or we can just go in, but it's like, either way and all that, like, with Judal's new power, and then as well, Aladdin as well, those 2 are going to go fucking at it and all that. And that will be like a huge cataclysmic fucking power battle going down there. And is it me or something like that? But I know it's like, you know, Hakuryuu kind of has like the same smile as his mother now. It's like that. He's got the mole and everything, and it's like, I don't know. I feel there was a lot more going down with like Yoko and smiling like that. I think there could be some like more deep shit going down, all that. I'm just saying. I mean, hell, we could have that same thing. What happened in the first season of the anime when Alibaba's arm was getting possessed and he like freaking like came out of there. I was like, yeah, so it's going to be very interesting to see that. But honestly, this was a very good setup chapter. I'm really excited and all that. A little bit disappointed that Morgiana isn't involved in this fight. I think she would have had like a great role in it, but that's what we can do and all that. But it's like, honestly, love this chapter. Thought it was really great. Personally, I'm going to give this one 7.5 out of 10. Like, there wasn't too much to the chapter and all that. It was a really good one, but great setup nonetheless and all that. But it's like, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next time.